Hey everyone, so somehow it's been months since I used my last Keldeo team, so I went ahead and built this bulky offense around choice specs Keldeo. It did really well during testing, we're pretty high on ladder right now, and we do also have a hazard stack game plan going on between Spike's Skarmory and Rock's Tingaloo, so definitely can take advantage of that as well, but in terms of lead right here, I don't see anything bad for Keldeo. Like, they might lead Lando. If they lead Iron Valiant, I might be in a tough spot, but I can go out into like Alomomola and scout out what that's doing. It is Landorus though, so perfect. This is kind of what I anticipated. I have no reason not to go for Surf. It is Sash. Okay, so do they Earthquake or do they just Rocks? They just Rocks. So after this, they're going to try to sweep me with Dragon Dance Kyurem, right? Let's Surf again and let that come in. I kind of need to get rid of Lando there. As out comes Kyurem, this is going to be Dragon Dance, just based on the fact that that was a lead Lando, I think. So who deals with this? Skarm? Yeah, I think I have to go Skarmory. Okay, that's loaded dice and it hit 5 times and did a ton. Why does that do so much? They have to be like Adamant Nature, I think. Let's go right for Roost as they just knock me out, okay. But that gives me the chance to go Tyranitar here. And I think just throw off a Stone Edge and do a ton of work, right? I mean, they might go for hacks here, and they opt to switch out. Okay, so this thing is a problem. We do get our Stone Edge off, which is really helpful. I think I have to go Alomomola and keep this around. Tingaloo is for the Charizard. So that does a lot. Okay. Do I go Lando? I think I want to go Lando here on the next close combat, yeah. And we can throw off a... maybe a Defog? I don't know how much hazards really hurt me, though. As they were Scarfed, interestingly. Okay, so out comes Charizard. We go Tingaloo on this every single day of the week. We do have the Rock Slide in case they don't Mega Evolve, so I don't have to fear that too much. Let's see, can I get this 1v1 off? Goes right for Dragon Claw, and they actually did crit me, so I'm way lower than I would have liked to be. They probably go hard Kyurem here, but I'm just going to Earthquake. Because they just opted Dragon Claw again, which is totally cool. I do wish I didn't get crit, because I think I would be out of range of this next one. Yeah, I would be. So they go for Flare Blitz and live on 1. Alright. What I'm going to do here is I think go Landorus and U-turn, so that way... well, I could go Landorus and Earthquake too. That's not a bad idea. And then that'll force out Terapagos. Should be fine. I mean, maybe that's the wrong play, because I need Tyranitar for Kyurem. Yeah, I definitely don't want to get swept at all. Maybe what I do is I just go Alomomola. If Tyranitar can take the +1 Kyurem hit, then I think we're fine here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go Alomomola. And if they go Kyurem, I click Knock Off to get rid of the loaded dice. Right? Oh, it's subbing. Okay, well that's really bad. Sub DD. But you're Adamant Nature, right? So my Landorus outspeeds. There's no way... okay, you go for Scale Shot immediately. As I actually did break the sub with Flip Turn, which is hilarious because the knockoff chip, right? So now Tyranitar can just come in. Not have to care very much. I just go for knockoff. It kills this. It hits whatever comes in really hard. Goodbye to Kyurem. And they're down to 2 Pokemon. Alright, so here's one of those two. I definitely want to... I think I just knock off here and then go Landorus and EQ. As they go for Focus Blast. I don't really get why. Do you not have Make It Rain, dude? Let's go for knockoff again as I outsped the second time. What does that even mean? Are we speed tying somehow? Well, anyway, I just click knockoff again. As they Ice Beam. Okay, so we win this game because they're officially in range of Keldeo and Lando and all that. I don't know why my Tyranitar outsped the Golden Go the second time, but we're just going to go ahead and Stone Edge there, and then we'll wrap it up with Keldeo because it's a Keldeo video. Go right for Secret Sword and pick it up. Nice. I find it a bit interesting that that player actually went Kyurem turn 3 after the Lando went down because they didn't know I was Choice Specs Keldeo. They just kind of assumed it, right? I'm pretty sure Surf from just regular Keldeo still brings Lando down to Sash, so I don't know, they just banked on me being locked in, I guess. Right here, I mean, Keldeo is a great lead again into Lando or Samurott. If they lead Lottie, I have some decent switch-ins like Alomomola and Tingaloo, so we'll just go ahead and get Keldeo out front again. The tricky thing right here for me is the Zamazenta, because sub IDEF could easily win them the game. Yeah, I really don't deal with that set too well on this team. I gotta hope Skarmory can wear it down using the Rocky helmet, but there is the Samurott, okay. So I'm just gonna throw off a Choice Spec Secret Sword and see how they react. Yeah, I'm really worried about Za. They end up going for knockoff, so we're gonna go ahead and Secret Sword this all the way down. Okay, they were Scarfed, right? So we're able to knock that out. Yeah, I don't know about the Za. Out comes Lottie. I mean, we have Ruination Tinglu, but I don't think that takes a hit, if I'm being honest. Right here, we'll just go... Maybe Ala? I kind of want to get up rocks, though, but they have the Court Change guy. What do I want to do here? Maybe we go out into Berserker, our Tyranitar. Because that's just kind of setup fodder for the... Okay, they just go hard Za right now. Okay, then. Is it going to be... I'm just going to go Skarmory. As it is IDEF, yeah, this is a problem. But it's going to take a lot of damage in the process of trying to beat me here, so... Yeah, it's at 41 now, and it has to take another hit. Okay, I think we beat the set, and I can actually win the game. But I might change something on the team just to account for this, because that is a problem. Earthquake should do 18, if not the... Actually, the sand is going down. Hold on. I really hope this kills. I think it will, though. Okay, they opt to keep it and go Lottie. That's fine. As long as that's not a rest set later, we're going to be okay into that mon. So I think I just go Tyranitar again. As they Ice Beam freeze me. That's really bad. Alright, man. Yeah, I could have easily dealt with this. Can I thaw in pursuit? Nope. Okay. Well, that's really tough. Let's just go ahead and try to win anyway, I guess. I don't think I ever switched this out. Yeah, they just knocked me out there. Nothing I can do about that is the problem. Who do I want to bring out here? I mean, if they're banded, Keldeo dies, I'm pretty sure. Which they could be banded. I think I do want to go Keldeo, though, and just hope they're not banded. Let's just go ahead and surf. And really hope they're not banded, because I don't see another play for me right now. They might go back to Lottie. But... either way, what I want to do is just chip that down. Maybe it'll help out my Landorus, knock it out with a U-turn. I would actually really value that. And it'll also take sand damage, right? So that's all things that I want to consider right here. So are you banded? You're maybe banded? I don't even know. But we are able to bring that down to a very low amount. Makes it so that a Landorus can come in here and just U-turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and knock that out. Alright, I think we have a chance to win. Maybe. Let's go Alomomola here. It's kind of my best play. Yeah, I need this Lando to put in overtime, though. And if they're like Z-move Lando, I don't think I ever beat theirs. But we're going to hope they're not. So out comes a Goldingo. I really thought it might be T-Wave and I wanted to go Tinglu, but didn't do that, unfortunately. So let's flip turn now on the recover. Go Tinglu here. I think rocks are probably worth it just to chip down at stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. See how they react, really. I mean, they might go Lando to U-turn me. Yeah, I could totally see that being a play. But rocks chipping away at this Landorus every time it comes in is going to be like a really big part of this endgame right here. So let's go ahead and try to ensure that we can get as much damage as possible. Hopefully they don't do anything too scary right here, like... It was leftovers, right? So, out comes Lando. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought would happen. I could Ruination. In fact, I kind of want to, but I think I have to keep this at full. And go Alomomola. Goes ahead and defogs. Okay, so Ruination would have been way better there. But I can flip turn and try to get up rocks again, I guess. It's really unfortunate that I didn't actually... Oh, they give me the chip on that. That's crazy. Okay, so this is a Rocky Helmet. I think I just go for U-turn again. I mean, they might rocks themselves here is what I'm thinking. I could Stone Edge. I actually don't hate the Stone Edge play. Try to chip this down a lot and then hope that... Okay, they go Goldingo on a hard switch. That's a really aggro play, but I'll go Tinglu here. As they double in Lando. Okay. Well, I'm just going back out into my Lando on the U-turn. And what are they going to do? This is just baiting the U-turn. You're going back to your Lando here, right? No, you're not. Should be Ice Beam, and this will be Recover, so let's Flip Turn out. I think go U again, and then just U-turn a second time. I mean, they probably go Lando this time, is what I'm thinking. But I think I have to U-turn here. I don't know, is this winnable? This is going to be so tricky. They do stay in and end up really low on health. Go U. They did just recover immediately that time. Okay, I was really hoping they would fall for that, but they didn't. Let's just Scald now. Actually, they can't really stay in, right? Because if you attack me, then you're going to die, so... I don't know, maybe they will just attack and I should Mirror Coat, but I think they switch out here. Yeah, as they do. Perfect. Lets me get in U. I think I just go for Rocks here. Goes for Make It Rain, but that does negative damage. Now they're going to go out into Landorus or Lottie, I think. No, you're not healing. Sorry. Ruination again. So out comes this. Okay, so... this I'm just going to Rock Slide, as they do get up their own rocks. I kind of figured they would want to eventually. And they U-turn out for Chip, which is totally cool. It's just about not losing to Lottie, right? So they actually do miss there, which is annoying because I needed to hit that for Chip later. Let's go Aloe here on the Ice Beam and then Flip Turn out. They can't really Luster Purge me. They do get a full para though. Landorus dies on entry. Okay, so we just U-turn here. If I get one of these crits too, the game's just over. That's another thing. So this is going to be a healing move from them. But I think I just won because they have to switch out right now. So sacks that off. I think I'm locked into U-turn, right? But that should be okay. Because I go U, do a bit of this. And then I just got to make sure Lottie is in range of Landorus whenever that happens again. So it's Ruination here. Maybe they go hard Za? I could see that actually. I don't want that coming in. I think that would be fine though. Should I just EQ? I think I just EQ here. I think we have a chance to win, but it's just a matter of dealing with Lottie, right? Like, they might Make It Rain here is what I'm thinking, but they do go hard Za. I figured they would try it, yeah. So now we actually have a really good chance to win, because like I said, I wish I had Payback right here, but I don't. All I need is this in range of Landorus to win, I think. So we just got to keep landing these Ruinations, and that should be that, I believe. Goes ahead and does that there. I mean, they have to heal, is the thing. There we go. Let's Ruination again right now. They have, what, one Roost left? Yeah, that's not going to be enough, man. Just spam Ruination, and that's it. They can't heal anymore. I think we won. Especially if I don't get frozen right now, because we just knocked this out, and that should be the game. Because my lander is just Earthquakes the Golden Go, so yeah, we're good. I mean, that was really scary, but that freeze on Tyranitar, man. If I was able to just Pursuit Trap Lottie in the first place, we would have been very okay. But looks like they're playing off some sort of choke into Landa. I don't even know, but we'll just spam Earthquake and wrap it up that way right here. They do go for their Make It Rain, which doesn't kill because Tinglu is a beast. Thank you. You too, man. We have Trick Room, meaning I have to play some mind games right here, and I hate playing mind games, but we'll try to figure it out. I really do like my Tyranitar outside of Trick Room, but I also kind of want to lead it into Hatterene. As P2 leads, this is actually great, as long as they don't, like, Ice Beam freeze me again. Come on, Tyranitar, don't get frozen. Berserker doesn't get frozen here. I can see it. Let's go for Knockoff, and we're able to get rid of a Violite. That's really good. Now, the question is, like, would they expect rocks here? Because I could call out the Hatterene. I think they're going Teleport, though. So let's just try to Stone Edge. I don't know if that crit mattered without the Eviolite, because Stone Edge is stronger than Knockoff, and Knockoff with an Eviolite did 37, so... I do carry the low kick. This is interesting. I think I always go Skarm, though, and keep this around. This Mon is way too important. Outside of Trick Room, this destroys everybody. So yeah, we're just going to go Scarm and make sure this is taking damage. You see, that's the thing. I really wanted to predict the Swords Dance, but it was hard to do right there. I almost think Spikes is the correct play right here, just because, like, yes, Body Press Chip is nice, but they're just going to waste their Trick Room turns knocking me out anyway, so may as well do it this way. And now I'll go for a Brave Bird as they Facade. So it's time for Specs Keldeo to do its thing. Let's go ahead and Surf. This is not going to get 2-hit KO'd, but it'll take a lot. If I crit right here, the game is over. No crit though, unfortunate. So that Ursaluna is definitely their game plan, huh? Goes for Lunar Dance. But you can't go Ursaluna here because you're healing your burn. So they end up going Marowak. Let's go Tinglu. I don't think I need Tinglu that badly. Goes for Polter. I think I live the Flare Blitz they want to go for this turn. Because it actually has low kick and doesn't knock me out because Tinglu once again is a beast. That crit mattered for sure. I don't know, like, I was in a really commanding spot into this Trick Room team, but I still feel bad for the crit, right? Like, I can't say that that didn't matter. Anyway, from this spot, I gotta keep in mind that Healing Wish still exists. Let's just let them knock me out with the Double Iron Bash, and then... I mean, this should be banded, right, in theory. So let's go Keldeo on the banded Double Iron Bash spam and go for Surf. Doesn't knock it out, that is banded, yeah. So we're gonna be able to... probably force out Hatterene to click Trick Room one more time. And then I want to keep the Vacuum Wave pressure. That's going to be really big here. So let's actually go Tyranitar. Stall out Trick Room a bit here. Goes for a Misty Explosion. So the game's over, yeah, because they have 2 turns to actually take advantage of this right now. And we're going to try to wrap it up with the Keldeo Surf, because why not? Let's flip turn out here. If they knock me out, it doesn't matter. I don't think Alomomola will die, but who knows. I actually did outspeed them, so I gotta go Lando now. And now we can go Keldeo. Hit him up with that Surf and wrap up the game. Nice. Game number 4, we're fighting a Mega Beedrill, which is really cool. I love that Mega, but in terms of dealing with King Gambit, we have Low Kick Tyranitar. I really like that. I think, obviously, my best endgame here is the Scarf Lando EQ. There's no immunities, but I do have to wear down Alomomola, and that's always a tricky thing to do. Knocking it off and getting up hazards is going to be the easiest way. But they have a Rapid Spinner, so all things to keep in mind. I think I will just go for Earthquake, though. I mean, they're going to switch out, but who cares, right? Like, if I can bait them into staying in here to go for U-turn, they never should, but yeah, they go Ferrothorn, so that's actually not terrible. I'm going to go Scarm here. Even though I need that thing healthy for Beedrill, Ferrothorn shouldn't be able to threaten me too much. So he goes ahead and Leech Seeds. I guess now I Spikes. They might go Hard Raging Bolt this turn. It's actually a bit scary, huh? Goes for Body Press. Okay, but they're like not really netting progress here either. How many of those do they have? A lot is the answer, and they're getting lefties back. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wear this down and win without it. So here I can go U, and I think Knockoff will do the job. A Max Attack Adamant. So this is pretty good. We're able to knock out Ferrothorn. That was one of the 2 things Landorus was scared of. Now it's just Alomomola, right? Can I deal with that? We're still out of range of the Sucker Punch from King Gambit, but I'm really worried about this Mega Beedrill from this spot. They actually go Alomomola, so because I have Keldeo, I think I'm more willing to just stay in here and knock off this thing's item. I don't have to be too worried about King Gambit to where I'm not getting rid of the thing that stops my win con, right? As this thing is very low now, so EQ is going to win probably. There's the Beedrill. This is annoying because I know what their plan is. I mean, they're going to U-turn here, so I know they want to regenerate the Alomomola and win that way. I think I just have to sack off Tyranitar in this spot. Yeah, we'll go for knockoff, but they're going to U-turn and knock me out. Which is whatever. Out comes Terapagos. Actually really happy this took Sandship right there. I think they didn't really think that one through. Because I just get to go U now and Secret Sword. And it will Oko this. So goodbye to that. I think... not that that's a game, but we're in a really commanding spot now. Because out comes Beedrill. To do what? Poison Jab? I don't even know. I think my Alamamola is the most expendable mon, so it goes for U-turn. Like, I would love to be going Lando on these U-turns, but I just can't afford to do that. So there's a Gambit. Okay, so I flip turn here back to Keldeo. Are they banded? Why did that knock me out? I feel like they're banded. Is that crazy to assume? I don't even know, but I'm gonna go for Secret Sword here as they sack that off. Alright, so Landorus EQ obviously is the win con. Alamamola has to regenerate like a ton of times to even try to beat that, which it might be able to do. I don't know. I'm just gonna go hard Lando and hope they don't poison me or something obnoxious. I really hope I don't lose to Alo. They do go for the U-turn there. So there's the Alamamola. Can you just sack it off? Okay, they just forfeit. I don't know if they should have forfeited though, because like Earthquake there would kill this, but if they switch out enough and then they come back as last mon and Wish Protect stall, they might be able to beat the rest of my team. Which in hindsight, maybe I should have kept them on to try to deal with that, but I don't know. I really was just banking on them being in range of Earthquake before they could even have a chance to do that. And I guess they didn't want to try. Okay, well, I'll take it. We have our next game. This looks like a hyper offense team, maybe? I mean, they have a lot of potential setup mons. I don't know what Pecharon's here for, but I'm just going to lead Lando and try to Earthquake this Mega Diancie right away, hopefully. I mean, they do have their Lando, right? So that's a bit scary. I can't really lead Keldeo, though, because if they led Diancie, I would be in such a bad spot. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I think I'm going to go Lando lead here. I would love to predict their Lando, though, and lead Keld. But then they have, like, the Ogre Pawn to play mind games with, too. It's just not a good spot to be in. I need Tinglu healthy for Iron Crown as much as I want to use it, so... Yeah, I think Landorus and trying to get the play right is just my best option right here. If they lead off with their Lando, I'll U-turn and see what they are. If they show me Rocky Helmet, I can probably go Keldeo and play some mind games. I don't really know, though. I think I would just surf, because I do have the Skarmory to come in anyway. So this is really good. I can U-turn on this. Hopefully they stay in, because I would love to get rid of this thing for Keldeo later. But I think they're going out into their Lando here. No, they stay in. Okay, so Skarmory comes in on this, and Cudgel's not going to hurt too badly. So I just spikes, right? Not really have to care too much. We got in before this thing Mega evolves too. So right here I'm going Alamamola. Not sure if this would be the Rock Setter, but I'm really hoping it isn't, because I don't want to play with hazards. Well, it was, so... kind of what I thought. I'll go for a knockoff here, as they actually just stay in. This has to be bait, though. They're trying to bait me to flip turn. I don't like this one bit. Yeah, they're trying to bait me to flip turn. I'm just calling that out, man. Sorry. So we're able to knock out the Ogre Pawn. Flip turn there wouldn't have been the worst play ever, but I just don't think that's worth the risk, right? I was considering doubling too to try to cover both plays, but that's the tricky thing about a mon like a Mega Diancie. It just doesn't have switch-ins, so there was not really a safe double for me there. It was pretty obvious they were going to try to go Ogre Pawn, though. That's the thing. I respect the mind game attempt, though. So out comes Landorus. Alamamola is my Diancie switch-in, so I'm not sure I want to use that right now. What is this doing? It could be going for a Z move, so Alamamola is definitely threatened with death here. I think Skarmory is just the most expendable mon. Are you going for a Z move? That goes for Earthquake, okay. I'm just gonna Brave Bird and try to wear this down. Does that even accomplish anything? Like, it's in range of Keldeo anyway. It does if it's Sash, so let's go for Brave Bird. As out comes Diancie. Like, a Roost would have been a fine play there too. But now I can just go Alamamola safely. Get a flip turn off. I shouldn't get 2-hit KO'd by anything. This guy's defense boost luck is crazy, but I flip turn out. +4? Really? I mean, Earthquake should still kill. So we're just going to do that right now. I don't care if they go Lando. I have to Earthquake this Diancie at +4 right now, so please let me do that. Thank you very much. Yeah, it goes Lando. Like, that was always going to happen, but there was no other play. There's the SD. Alright, so I don't think you're Sash. I think this is Z. They actually do miss their Stone Edge, unfortunately for them. I mean, I was always going Keldeo after to surf this anyway, but I mean, if they were Sash, that really matters. I really doubt it, though. I mean, maybe it is Sash because it might be Zikomo. I shouldn't really write off the idea. But anyway, let's get our Surf off. They actually go hard Komo'o, which I don't know if this wants to take 2. Okay, it does, but not really. I'm really worried about Keldeo. I mean, Landers if I sack this off. So I'm going to switch out here. Maybe sack off the Alamamola. Goes for Clangorous Soul Blaze. Okay, so... I mean, I gotta go U and Earthquake. That's the thing. Hopefully I can live a hit, but I doubt it. I'm just trying to get them in range of Vacuum Wave. Okay, yeah, so they should be now. And then I know it looks like we're down a lot, but I think we still have a chance, actually. Because Diancie comes in here. Well, it can't, because I'm Specs Vacuum Waved, so... Goes Lando. I think I do lose, actually. Because they're going to Earthquake here. Right? They have no reason not to. If I go U, I come back in with this after Surf. That gives them Diancie. I don't think I have a way out of this. I'll just sack off the T-Tar and hope that's enough. It's the SD, which is fine. I mean, doesn't really matter to me. I can't switch out here. They're going for Earthquake, so let's just let that happen. Then I go back to U. At least pick up my kill here with Surf, and maybe we can make something happen, but because Diancie is still on the back right there to just Moonblast, don't think there's a chance. I mean, if that wasn't there, then maybe. But I'm going to try to go Tinglu, obviously, and hope it takes 2. I just don't think it does. Maybe they're modest. I mean, we might as well, like... Oh, they go Crown. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I go Tinglu on that. Crits the Focus Blast, which is actually huge. I need health on this, so... Let's Earthquake there. It's okay, man. I mean, it's part of the game. I think I got lucky a couple of times this video so far. No worries. They do land 2, as I think that's going to be the game because Tachyon kills here. And I'm in range of Moonblast from Diancie. I needed those Focus Blasts either not to land or at the very least not to crit. So we are able to deal with that, but they just go Diancie and Moonblast, and... I mean, I can just Surf hoping they're modest, but they're timid, right? Come on. Yeah, I mean, I have to Surf. But, I mean, if they're timid nature, which they should be, they're going to knock me out. So, GG's. Okay, final game right here, maybe. We have a very... I think the Scream screens Coco is what I'm seeing right here, but I don't want to assume that. I do like my Lando lead into, like, everything, though, so we're just going to go ahead and do that right away. I mean, I think this is a screens Coco lead. Are they going to switch out, though, like, into Cresselia? I mean, they saw my Intimidate go off first, so... I'm going to U-turn, predicting Crest. Like, there's no way you stand after you saw that, right? Come on. That would be crazy. Yeah, they go Crest. There we go. So, Earthquake would have been a bad play. This gives me a Rocky Helmet. Okay, good to know. Tyranitar deals with the King Gambit. I think I just go Tinglu here and rocks right up. Yeah, that seems fine. They might go back to... Well, actually, back to Coco on this would be, like, very dumb. So, what really is the plan? Hard Ogerpon, maybe? Just to threaten me? Hard Treads. Balloon, right? Yeah. If you're doing that, you have to be Balloon. So I'm just going to Ruination here. If they want to Rapid Spin, that's fine. I just want this thing gone. I could spam Rocks and be funny, but I think I just want the kill. Yeah, it's not really going to change anything that happens there, so... They still can't really set up their screens on Tinglu right now, which is cool. I think they're going Ogerpon. Which I kind of want to stand on Ogerpon, as weird as that sounds. Just because if I go Skarmory on the SD and then they crit Cudgel, I have to sack off like half my team. Then again, I do need Tinglu for Zard, so let's just hope they don't get the crit. They actually went for Taunt, which is like so good for me. And obviously staying in would have been good too. Goes for U-turn, takes Chip. That's all things I love to see. So we actually do a lot to Zard there. I'm just going back to Tinglu though. Tinglu is like here for this. Goes for SD. I do carry the Rock Slide, so maybe they won't Mega Evolve, but I think they will. I should live though. I think I live Flare Blitz. I mean, Tinglu is broken, as we've seen previously in this video, so let's just go ahead and try to knock this Pokemon out right now. Okay, they do Mega Evolve, so Earthquake would have been better. Outrage doesn't kill. Rock Slide comes off. Doesn't kill either, but they're locked into Outrage now. So, I mean, I could knock them out with the Rocky Helmet, but I think it's just pointless. I should just sack this and then go, like, Landorus. I mean, I could do it that way. How much is Skarm really helping at this point? Not a ton. In fact, it's just setup fodder for the screens, which I just let happen, actually, so that's not good. Goes pawn. Okay, so this is a problem now. Because they're going to cudgel, and then I gotta, like, sack off the Tinglu as well here. Let's go for a U-turn. But I think that's fine as long as I deal with Ogre Pawn. That's the main thing. They might keep this healthy, is what I would assume, but I don't know what they really want to do. I just need this in range of a U-turn, but I don't have it in range of U-turn right now, as you can see, so it's a really tricky mon for me to play around in this spot. I think they switch out here and use it for later, which will force a couple KOs, and that's an issue, because I can't go hard to Lando, but Lando's the mon that beats this, so yeah, that's really tricky for me. I'm hoping they just stay in right now, and I can go ahead and sack off my Tinglu, and this thing won't be a problem for the rest of the game. Or they just stay in and get crit, you know? Like, okay, they go out into King Gambit, so this is actually not terrible. I can go with Tyranitar here. And if they try to use Ogre Pawn into this, then we have Sandship working in our favor. So I'm just going to low kick. I mean, this screams low kick, but I don't even care. I'm going for low kick. If they go Ogre Pawn, that's the damage I need. Goes Coco. I kind of thought this might happen, so is it actually screens? That's what I'm curious about. I'm just going for Stone Edge here and trying to maximize damage into this mon. I don't know what they thought would happen there, but thank you for the Ogre Pawn, man. What was that? What did they predict? Tinglu, I guess? I mean, Tinglu's at 23. I have the low kick, dude, and I'm faster than you. Like, what is the game plan with this thing? So yeah, they go ahead and forfeit the game right there. And I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I don't know. That last game was weird. I really think that had they just not gone hard Ogre Pawn, that thing could have put on enough pressure at the end to put them in a winning position. I'm trying to figure out what the double they were trying to make is. Like, can we figure that out right now? They went for double into Ogre Pawn on what turn? Switch viewpoint. I had out my Tyranitar into Tapu Koko, and I had these 5 mons. What did they think was coming out that turn? Maybe I mean, I would never go Keldeo. Tinglu, like, you can just stay in on Koko with, so it doesn't even matter. Alamomola, like, why would I go hard Alamomola on a Koko? Yeah, I don't know what the play was, but I'm not going to try to make sense of it. We'll just go ahead and take the points and wrap it up right there. I did hope you all enjoyed this. I think we lost 1 game, but we did win a lot, right? So it, you know, was a good time. I think I also had to forfeit a stall game in this video, unfortunately, and lost like 30 points, but I just can't be bothered against stall. It was like Mega Venusaur stall, and I didn't want to sit there for 25 minutes trying to break that, so it's all good. I'll see you all next time. Later.